To begin, I would like you all to close your eyes. I want you to imagine this situation. Tonight, in your dorm room, you're sitting there. It's almost 5 o'clock. You're watching TV. What are you going to watch at 5 o'clock? You can open your eyes now. Well, you're probably not going to watch the evening news, but that is something we should watch. Watching the news should be an important aspect of everybody's day-to-day life. I'll give you 3 reasons why watching the news is very important. 1, it affects a lot of people in our own country and in other countries all around the world. 2, it is important to know these situations that are happening around us. And 3, I'm going to explain why some people think viewing the news is not very good, and I'm going to explain how they are wrong. My first point is it affects people. We all, as we walk by newspaper stands, we read the headlines about what is happening. And we listen to the gossip about how people all around the world today are affected by something. For example, there are 2 huge situations going on in the world today, Libya and Japan. Well, there's thousands of people being affected by that. And you're probably wondering, well, that's happening way over there. How does that affect me? Well, in Libya, we're sending a lot of money and supplies to help other nations address the situation. And in Japan, their economy is going to struggle because now they're going to rebuild half their country. And Nancy Vandenhouten, an analyst at Stone & McCarthy Research, said Japan will most likely sell U.S. treasuries to help rebuild their country. U.S. treasuries are treasury bills, notes, and bonds sold to countries by the United States Treasury Department. So if they do this, it will lower the price of the U.S. dollar, increase cost of imports, which will increase everything for us in our own country. I also interviewed my professor, Chuck Baldwin, who is my Mass Communication 151 teacher at the Hall Newhart Media Center. I asked him, why are less people watching the news today? He said, well, today people are getting more news than ever before. They're just getting it from various amounts of sources. They're getting it from the news, newspapers, internet, magazines, and gossips. But the problem is we have to discover which ones are reliable. We have to know what information is true and which we can believe. I also asked him, why is it important? And with my point, he said, it affects people. Today, all the economies are pretty much connected with each other. If somebody gets affected over there, it affects us here. He gave me the example of a shoe company. Like if an earthquake hit a shoe manufacturing plant in India, well then the shoe company in America would struggle because they wouldn't have any shoes. My second point is to know the situations. We can't discuss something if we don't know what we're talking about. For example, a meteorologist can't be talking about how he's going to perform a heart surgery. That just doesn't make sense. We need to watch the news, learn what is being done about these situations. Because learning about these situations will be based a huge part of our country on. The elections. Today, problems are addressed, and the candidates address them, and they say what they will do to fix these problems and help our country. And we, the people, elect whoever we believe will do the best job to fix these problems. So as you see, we elect our president based on knowing what we know about the world today. My third point is some people say the news isn't good to watch. They say that because they think it's depressing. Well, I won't lie to you. There are a lot of stories about killings and murders, kidnappings, drugs. Yeah, it is, points there are depressing. But they're talking about problems that we all need to be aware of, so that if there is a problem, we can prepare for it. The main point of all that stuff is so that we can prevent anything bad from happening in our own communities, and if something does happen, we know how to prepare for it. Also, another thing that people say is bad about the news is that it is biased. Seth Ackerman, a writer for Fair.org, a website that challenges the fairness of the media, says Fox News, which debuted in 1996, has been nothing but conservative on stories. Well, that's not really a fair statement since he's working for Fair.org, because that is his opinion. Yeah, it's been reviewed by many people, but still, it's his opinion, and it's not fair how he attacks people. They're just presenting the news the best way they can. In conclusion, the news is there for a reason. It's there to keep us aware of things going on in the world and in our own communities. I have given you 3 points. 1, it affects people everywhere. 2, it is beneficial for us to know what is going on and how we can address it. And 3, I discussed why some people who think it's wrong, they're wrong. Hopefully we will all take advantages of everything we have and just sit down tonight at 5 o'clock and watch the news. Thank you.